Can a human beat a computer in a game of chess? Welcome to the age-old question that has intrigued minds for decades. Ever since the birth of artificial intelligence, its application in the world of chess has been nothing short of revolutionary. From the iconic matches between Garry Kasparov and IBM's Deep Blue to the present day, the battle of human intuition versus machine precision continues to fascinate us. So, let's dive into an exciting chess game and see if a human can outwit a computer. Our human player is an experienced chess enthusiast, while our computer opponent is a top-rated chess engine. Now let's delve a bit into the chess universe. Chess, a game of strategy and tactics, involves two players who command an army of 16 pieces each on a square board. It's a battle of wits where each piece has its own unique power and movement, and the king, while not the most powerful, is the most important. Our human player brings to the table years of experience, intuition, and the ability to think creatively. They can adapt to unforeseen circumstances, change strategies mid-game, and sometimes even bluff. On the other side, our computer opponent, with its top-rated chess engine, boasts unparalleled speed in calculations, precision, and the ability to analyze millions of potential moves in a split second. It's unyielding, unblinking, and unfaltering. The stage is set, the pieces are ready, let the game begin. The game begins with the human player making the first move. The early game in chess is a delicate dance, a calculated ballet where each step, each move can dramatically shift the balance of power. Our human player opens with the king's pawn opening, moving the pawn in front of his king 2 spaces forward. This is one of the most popular openings in chess, offering control of the center of the board while also freeing up paths for the queen and bishop to enter the game. The computer responds in kind, mirroring the human's move. It's a classic response, a symmetrical defense that maintains equilibrium. The human player continues to develop his pieces, moving his knight to f3, a move that controls the center and prepares for castling. The computer, ever calculating, responds by developing its knight to c6, reinforcing its control of the center. The opening phase of a chess game is all about control. Control of the center, control of space, and control of the potential lines of attack. Every move is a careful negotiation between offense and defense, between aggression and restraint. The human player castles, tucking his king safely behind a wall of pawns, a move that also connects his rooks. The computer mirrors this move, castling on its side. The symmetry continues, a testament to the strategic depth of both players. At this point, we start to see the strategies unfold. The human player employs a classic strategy, aiming to control the center, develop his pieces, and ensure his king's safety. The computer, on the other hand, with its vast database of games and positions, is likely employing a mixture of pre-programmed strategies and real-time calculations. The human player moves his bishop to c4, aiming to put pressure on the computer's defense. The computer responds by advancing its pawn to d5, challenging the human's bishop. The tension builds as both players vie for control of the center, each move a careful balance between attack and defense. As the opening phase draws to a close, we can see that both players have developed their pieces effectively, controlling key areas of the board and setting the stage for the middle game. This is where the real battle begins, where strategies are tested, and where the game will be won or lost. In the early game, it's not about checkmate, not yet. It's about positioning, about laying the groundwork for the battles to come. It's about careful planning, strategic thinking, and a deep understanding of the game's intricacies. The opening game has set the tone, but this is just the beginning. The middle game awaits, promising a clash of strategies, a test of wits, and a thrilling showcase of chess at its finest. So stay tuned as we delve deeper into this captivating match between man and machine. As we transition into the middle game, the board becomes a battlefield. The early game's careful maneuvers and strategic placements have set the stage, and now the true battle of wits begins. The middle game is where the real action happens, where grand strategies are executed and the balance of power starts to shift. In the middle game, both sides have developed their pieces and control the center. The king has been safely tucked away behind a wall of pawns, and the rooks have connected on the back rank. It's a delicate dance of offense and defense, with each side probing for weaknesses while simultaneously guarding their own. Let's focus on the human player first. He's been playing a balance game, making sure not to overextend his pieces and maintaining a solid pawn structure. He's been focusing on his knights and bishops, using them to control key squares and create threats. The human player has also been careful to keep his king safe, tucking it away in a well-fortified castle. His rooks have been brought to the center, ready to swoop down the open files. The queen, that most powerful piece, has been kept in reserve, ready to strike when the time is right. On the other side of the board, the computer opponent has been no less formidable. With its cold, calculating precision, it has been slowly and methodically advancing its pawns, creating space for its pieces to maneuver. The computer's bishops have been particularly active, slicing across the board from their diagonals, creating threats and pinning the human player's pieces. The computer's knights have been hopping around the board, always threatening to fork the human player's pieces. And let's not forget the rooks, those heavy hitters, ready to crash down the open files and ranks. The balance of power on the board has been shifting back and forth. The human player, with his intuitive understanding of the game, has been creating complex tactical combinations, trying to outwit the computer. The computer, with its brute force calculation, has been countering these tactics, always finding the best response. In the middle game, it's not just about material advantage. It's about positional advantage, about controlling the key squares, about creating threats and exploiting weaknesses. It's about seeing the big picture, understanding the dynamics of the position, and formulating a plan. The human player has shown creativity and flexibility, adjusting his plans based on the computer's responses. He's been probing, testing the computer's defenses, looking for a breakthrough. The computer, on the other hand, has shown unerring accuracy, always finding the best move, always keeping its pieces coordinated. It's been playing a tight game, not giving the human player any easy targets. As the middle game draws to a close, the board is a maze of possibilities. The human player and the computer have been trading blows, each trying to gain the upper hand. They have been matching each other move for move, tactically and strategically, in a tense and thrilling battle of wits. The middle game has been a test of tactics and strategy. Both sides have shown their strengths and their weaknesses, and it's still too early to predict who will come out on top. But as we move towards the endgame, the stakes are getting higher and every move matters even more. The middle game has been a test of tactics and strategy. Now we move into the endgame. With fewer pieces on the board, the endgame becomes a duel of wits. At this stage, we find ourselves in the realm of a chess endgame, a crucial part of any match. The battlefield has been reduced to a few key pieces, each with a role to play in this intricate dance of strategy and skill. In the endgame, every move becomes a critical decision. The players are forced to think several moves ahead, predicting their opponent's strategies and anticipating potential traps. It's a high-stakes game of chess where a single misstep could spell the end of the match. As the pieces move across the board, we see the human player pushing their pawn, a move that's as humble as it is powerful. This might seem like a small step, but in the endgame, a pawn has the potential to become a queen. It's a subtle reminder that even the smallest actions can have significant consequences in this game of strategy. The computer responds, moving its knight into a position of potential power. The knight, with its unique ability to leap over other pieces, becomes a formidable adversary in the endgame. It's a clever move, one that forces the human player to think on their feet, to adapt and overcome. Then comes a sacrifice, a bold and daring move from the human player. The bishop, a piece of significant value, is offered up on the chessboard. It's a gamble, a risky play that could either pave the way to victory or lead to a swift defeat. But such is the nature of the endgame, where risks must be taken and sacrifices must be made. The computer takes the bait, capturing the bishop with its rook. It's a straightforward decision, but one that could have far-reaching implications. The human player has set the stage for a potential checkmate, a clever trap hidden within the sacrifice. It's a testament to the depth of strategy involved in the game of chess, where every move is a battle of wits. As the game progresses, we see multiple paths to victory unfolding. There's the path of the queen, a piece of immense power that can change the course of the game in a single move. There's the path of the rook, with its ability to control the board from a distance. And then there's the path of the pawn, a humble piece that can rise to greatness in the endgame. Each path represents a different strategy, a different way to outmaneuver the opponent. The human player, with their instinct and creativity, might choose a path that's unexpected, a path that catches the computer off guard. The computer, with its ability to calculate millions of potential moves, might opt for a path that's mathematically superior, a path that maximizes its chances of winning. As we reach the climax of the game, the tension is palpable. The human player, with their heart pounding and mind racing, makes their final move. The computer, unfazed by the pressure, responds in kind. It's a battle of man versus machine, a battle of instinct versus calculation. The chessboard is a testament to this battle, a record of the strategies employed, the sacrifices made, and the potential paths to victory explored. It's a testament to the game of chess itself, a game that's as much about the journey as it is about the destination. As we reach the climax of the game, let's see who will emerge victorious. The game is over, but the analysis has just begun. Let's delve into the strategies used, the pivotal moments that could have tipped the scales, and how our silent competitor, the computer's AI, made its mark on the game. In the early stages, we saw the human player opt for the Sicilian defense, a bold, aggressive choice. The AI, in contrast, chose a more conservative approach, focusing on controlling the center and maintaining a solid structure. Both approaches have their merits and pitfalls, and in this game, we saw a fascinating clash of styles. The turning point came in the middle game. Our human player attempted a daring knight sacrifice to expose the AI's king. However, the AI, unflappable as ever, calmly accepted the sacrifice and managed to consolidate its position. This was a calculated risk by the human player, but the AI's relentless logic turned it into a disadvantage. One cannot discuss this game without acknowledging the role of the AI. The AI's performance was a testament to its programming. With a vast database of historical games and an ability to calculate millions of positions per second, it was able to navigate the complexities of the game with robotic precision. Yet it was the human player's creativity and intuition that kept us on the edge of our seats. The AI might have the processing power, but the human player has the heart. As we wrap up our analysis, it's clear that both players brought their A-game. The AI, with its relentless calculations, and the human player, with his daring and creative strategies, provided us with a game that was as educational as it was entertaining. Whether man or machine won today, the beauty of chess is clear. It's a game where logic meets creativity, where calculation meets intuition, and where every move tells a story. And in this game, we've seen an incredible story unfold. Chess, a game of strategy and intellect, proves to be a challenging battlefield for both human and AI. Today, we've seen a thrilling match, a testament to the beauty of this timeless game. We've delved into opening strategies, navigated the intricacies of the middle game, and witnessed a nail-biting endgame. Each move, a lesson in tactics and foresight, and there's still so much more to uncover. Tune in next time as we continue to explore the fascinating world of chess. Remember, the game is never over until the king is checkmated.